Hi, I'm Laura and welcome to my channel. Here I will tell real stories directly from Reddit. Subscribe and like. Let's get to the story. Almost kidnapped? This is something creepy that happened to me when I worked housekeeping at a casino or hotel. So, I had just started my swing shift. I had probably been on swing shift for about a month at this point. Usually, if everyone was in for their shift, we would work in teams of 2. I usually worked with another girl who transferred to swing shift with me. We started our cleaning on the 5th floor. We had about 9 or so rooms on different hotel floors, so we would be floor hopping the whole night. We would be like on floor 5, then we would have to go to floor 8 and then up to floor 9, so we were all over the place. So, unless you had our sheet of paper with the room list on it, you couldn't predict where we would go next. We had noticed on like our 3rd room, we kept seeing this group of men, always the same group of guys. They were Spanish because they kept speaking Spanish. I guess so we couldn't understand them, because my friend said that one of the men in the group tried to talk to her and spoke English to her. He asked her where a room was, and she told him it was like 2 floors up or something, and they just walked away. Anyway, after about the 3rd time they showed up on the same floor as us, I made note of it, because I can understand maybe you forgot what floor you were on and got off on the wrong floor once. But 3 times is kind of weird, not to mention we were jumping floors and they kept finding us. I had a bad feeling, and my friend had a bad feeling. Fast forward a little bit in the night, and we were on our last room or next to last room. I was standing by the maid cart getting something I needed to restock the room, and I hear the elevator and someone get off of it. I'm a paranoid person, so I waited to see who it was, and sure enough it was those guys again. They had showed back up on a random floor that we were on. When they rounded the corner, the leader of the group looked at me and started heading my way. I got a bad feeling and went into the room and shut the door and locked it. My friend asked me what was wrong, and I told her those guys were outside the door. I went to the phone to call my supervisor, and she went and looked through the peephole. She said they were just standing there outside the door by the maid cart, whispering to each other. My supervisor told me to stay in the room and keep the door closed and not to answer it until she gets there. She said she would knock like 3 times, so we knew it was her. A few minutes later, she comes to the door and knocks. My friend looks through the peephole to make sure it's her. We let her in, and she asks us to look out towards the elevators and tell her if that was the same group of guys bothering us. We looked, and a security guard was talking to them. I assume she brought security with her. We told her, yes, that is them, and she just nods to the guard. The security guard walks them downstairs, and we don't see them again. We finish our work and go home. The next day we went in and asked our supervisor about it, and she said when she came out of the stairwell, the group of guys saw her and the security guard. The group of men started walking towards the elevators, and the guard told them to stop and wait. She found out from the guard that none of those men were registered as a guest in the hotel, and the guard escorted them out. So, they had absolutely no reason at all to be on any of the hotel floors. I think they had bad intentions, and I'm happy we didn't find out what they wanted from us. I'm thankful we are safe.